Hey team, my name is Rhonda Thatch, and I've been working with UCHealth for my year anniversary here in February. I can't believe a year's gone by so quickly. Today I'm going to talk to you about improving mental focus. Somewhere along the way I decided that I better get myself together so I could keep this really awesome job, and Caitlin and Lori helped me put a goal together so that I could study how to improve mental focus, because I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds great, but how do I do it? So my goal was to research and experiment and then present you my findings. So let's get started. I'll present you my findings. So I started by, well, I read a lot anyway. I have stacks and stacks and stacks of books. I got to where I didn't have enough time because I had to keep putting in more time, clocking in and clocking out to get the productivity that I wanted. So I started doing YouTube videos and podcasts. And literally, honestly, every waking moment, I am showering, I'm listening to a podcast, I'm doing a YouTube. So I'm took in lots of information for this project, this mental focus project. And one thing that I really came away with was not very technical at all, but just number one, control your environment. So that can mean shutting your door, can mean using headphones, putting a sign on the door, do not disturb, whatever it is that you need to do to control your environment. Sean Stevenson from the Model Health Show, he has a podcast. It's one of the biggest podcasts out there right now. And he was telling a story about this airport that was concerned that all the customers were sleeping on the benches. So they simply ended up putting in benches with arms. So they controlled their environment to get more of a result that they want. I know that one major thing that I've done to control my environment while I work is I've had to put the cell phone in the other room. You kind of get drawn into this, let me just see what happened. Let me just see what's on there. Oh, maybe I gotta like this song. Maybe I gotta fast forward this song. Oh, what's on Facebook? Then you're scrolling, and then pretty soon it's 20 minutes and you haven't done anything. So I have an iPhone, and I use this do not disturb while driving function on it, and it works great. Let's see if I can show you how to do it real quick. Okay, so the do not disturb function on the iPhone, it's the car. So press the car, and that gives you uninterrupted radio play. If you're using Pandora, Spotify, or something like that, put it in the other room. It has a message that says if something's urgent, it tells you how to contact you. If your kids or your husband, you have some kind of emergency, they can still get a hold of you, but you're not going to get that text dinging right when you're just barely getting into the zone of what you're trying to do for the day. Now you're in the middle of a chart, ding, comes on. You're not tempted to just pick it up and quickly look and see what you're doing. So that's been one of my main things, is put the cell phone in the other room. Another thing that I do to control my environment is headphones. I have as many pairs as you can imagine. And if I don't put them on, I'm listening to every other little thing that's going on outside, the dogs, just anything, and just distracts me. And I'm lucky enough to be one of those people that if I put my headphones on and I have my music going, it just kind of helps my brain work. So this is me most of the time. And I got something playing on the cell phone. I have the cell phone in the other room because we talked about that already. But, if I do get a call or something, I can just push the button on my headphones. And this really is kind of like blinders. It just helps keep all those other little things out of my focus arena. The third thing that I do that has been the best improvement that I've made to control my environment while I'm at work, is I had to kick my dogs out of my office. They used to have a doggy bed in here, and I had to shut the door and keep them out because they just want attention all day, and I can't ever get into that zone that I'm looking for. So ended up buying a doggy door. So let me take you upstairs and I'll show you that. Okay, I'm gonna show you the doggy door. This is Chewy. Come here, Miss Kay. Kim. Come on, Chooster, Kim. Go, Kim. Of course, right? Anyway, sliding glass door. It's an insert. You put it in there. And you can put it in and take it out. And you can shut it this way so you can have some control. But it just goes right in your existing sliding glass patio door. It was totally money well spent. Keeps my distractions down to a minimum. Here are a couple of tips for just your daily workflow that have been helpful for me. Number 1, eat the frog first. Eat a live frog first thing every morning and nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day, says Mark Twain. So to me, this means taking on some of my harder charts first thing in the morning and getting them cleared out of the way. I also keep a notepad at my desk. So if I'm working along and I think that, oh, I've got to go to the post office, I just write that on my daily list. And as I go, I write it down. I'm not going to forget it. I just leave that to the side. And then I just check it when the day's done. Rip the page off and go do my to-do list. Another really great tip I got from Darren Daily, which is a daily little text message that you get in the morning. And it's run by Darren Hardy. He's an author and a super achiever. He suggests to match your hardest tasks to the personal best time of your day, which makes complete sense to me. He also promotes using a power hour. I know that personally that is super effective for me. I know that I don't have to be working all day. I can just come back in, block out a little bit of time and do a power hour. And I seem to always get higher productivity when I do that. So the third thing, general area of improvement that I found is I want to show you what I eat for breakfast and lunch while I'm working. I eat a big plate of air and I drink water. And that's it. So I started practicing some intermittent fasting. We have authors like Michael Mosley, we have Mark Hyman, Dr. David Perlmutter, he's excellent, Stephen Bailey, Rob Wolf, he's real popular Paleo Solution podcast. But mostly I got my start with a doctor named Dr. Jason Fung, and he is a nephrologist in Canada. He promotes intermittent fasting for the benefit of type 2 diabetes and weight loss. But interestingly enough, doing intermittent fasting is absolutely incredible for mental alertness and clarity. So I gave it a try, and now I don't do anything but I drink coffee. I don't eat anything. I drink some coffee in the morning. I don't have any breakfast, and I don't have any lunch. And that has helped me tenfold in my job with UCHealth. I can't explain how incredibly beneficial that intermittent fasting has been for me, for my brain, my body, and my total health and well-being. I can go all day. You know, sometimes you go and you eat your lunch and then you get really groggy and you get all that mental fog, and I just don't have it anymore. And I used to keep on the side of my desk, I had the one filing cabinet, and honestly it's just full of snacks. And so I would just start eating, you know, pretzels, chips, candies, cookies all day just because I thought that would keep me awake. However, when I intermittent fast, my eating window is basically 23 hours that I fast, and 1 hour a day that I eat when I do eat on those days. And that's called an OMAD style of eating, 1 meal a day. So I don't eat while I work. It saves me time, it improves my mental clarity, and I've lost 55 pounds so far doing that. I started in June. So my 3 tips from this mental focus project are: number 1, control your environment. Number 2, I guess, is how you structure your day and your tasks to the hardest tasks first. Maybe you can batch some similar projects together, like maybe you're going to do all cardiology for a while so that you kind of get in the groove of doing that doctor, that style of note, and you can build up some momentum. Write your little random thoughts on a notebook to the side so that you can get them out of your head, get them on the paper. And the best thing that's come out of this project is my intermittent fasting project. Highly recommend it. Check out Dr. Fung and see if this is something that might work for you. But that's my mental focus presentation, and I hope that you found something helpful. I can send out a Word document with a few links if anybody wants it. So let me know, and thank you so much for listening.